Okay, hello Sophie. You ready for episode 2 of Cogmind to fall asleep to? So, we'll take a second here to get inventory of where we last left off. We've just started in level 7, which is where the game kind of opens up and the dangers become a little more real. We're okay on parts. We could use some more propulsion pretty bad and some better weapons. We do have the Farcom, so we can see enemies around us. We can see there's really nothing in our immediate vicinity, which is nice. We'll change the intel over to the log to get some more useful information. And I guess we'll just get started exploring this floor. Sometimes when you walk into a new level, you have picked up information about that level. So maybe you know where some machines are, some terminals, maybe even exits. We don't have any of that, so we're going in basically blind, except for the Farcom, of course. And I guess we'll just head north. You see a blade trap. You see an advanced assault cannon, that's quite nice. We see an informer. Hopefully there's nothing in the vicinity. We'll pick up an impact weapon. These can be quite good for getting through walls to make a quick escape. We can also see here that we have 2 prototype weapons. So in every run of Cogmind, every item has the same stats. You know, like if you pick up a particle gun, it's always going to look like this particle gun. But some items are prototypes, and they are generally better, but sometimes can give you a little system corruption. They can be corrupted and no good, so we'll check these out now. It's a prototype mace. It's good to have. Check out this energy gun. A heavy electromagnetic shotgun. We don't particularly care about that. Take a prototype engine. And we'll keep exploring. So we put on a trap scanner that we had in the other room. And that has already allowed us to see some ambush traps that we haven't walked into, which is super nice. Just a good example of how having the right utility can save you a lot of hassle. Because if you step on one of those, a squadron comes out, which is not fun. So this scout saw us, and he didn't set off an alarm, so there's no hostile bots nearby, but he did lock down what are called DSF locations, and I forget what that stands for. But they're kind of like little armories that you can go into for some goodies. There's often quite a bit of resistance in there. We see a patrol down here. Don't love that. We also see a technician below. We have a few options. We can try to wait them out and hope they go somewhere else, although we'd be trapped in this room. Or we can try to let them pass and then use our mace to break through this wall. Let's see what they do. Okay, so on the later floors, if you spend too much time in an area, the OB10 complex doesn't necessarily know what's up, but it knows something's going on. So it'll send out what are called programmers to check it out. And they are very annoying. They are fast and hard to hit. And they do system corruption, which can lead to all sorts of bad things. Luckily, these guys seem to be leaving. We'll see which way the programmer's coming from. I wish those guys would just dip. Still don't see the programmer. There he is. Okay. So he's going to be coming around to this door. So we're going to hopefully completely miss him. Oh, he's going somewhere a different way. That's not good. Ah, yes. So programmers used to know basically precisely where you were, and now they kind of explore an area a little more. So he's probably going to come up now. It's pretty fucking quick. We're going to take a swing at this wall. And then... Oh, he sees us. Okay. So we almost got away there, but not quite. So now we go to fight mode. He's blowing off our treads, but we got him very quickly. That is okay. Dropped an improved heatsink, which we really like. And a target analyzer, which makes us a little better at shooting stuff. I think these guys are coming back, though. So we're starting to run out of matter, because we're changing parts so frequently. Hopefully we can pick up some more here. Okay, we're going to try to use the mace again to get through this wall. So there's another wall on this side. If you go through more than 3 or 4 walls at a time, you are risking collapse and cave-ins, which can be very disastrous. Not many things can end a run almost immediately in Cogmind, but a bad cave-in can. So we get a little warning here. But it was low risk, so we take it. What's cool about the compound is it will send repair drop bots to fix these holes very quickly. It's a DSF terminal here. It's locked down already. Some more guards. We have a sentry. He doesn't really patrol, but he can probably see us fairly quickly. Proton bomb. See if there's any more of them. Doesn't seem to be. Shield generator's very good. Suppose we'll drop this particle gun. It's getting outclassed. So we can take on this. Ooh, my alarm to clock out just went off. It is 4 o'clock for the record. Got home very early today. Okay. This has become a pro bono run. Oop, from the rest of it. Don't want to walk into that trap. Okay. So I believe these guys are called, is it Shepherd? I think his unit is a Hunter. They're fairly dangerous. We don't really want to tangle with him. Try to find another way. Okay, we have some very good propulsion here. So I think what we're going to do, since our propulsion is pretty tore up, we'll rock some armor legs for now. Or, sorry, armored wheels, which are very good. And then we will also try to rock these improved titanium legs. We see here immediately these scavengers see foreign items. They're coming to pick them up. And since it's just my trash, we're not too worried about it. I suppose this is a good time to talk about different propulsion types. So I believe there are 4 modes of propulsion. There's wheels, which are fairly quick, but generally not too durable, although armored wheels are obviously more so. Their main benefit, besides being quick, is they deal with being overloaded on your weight by quite a lot. So the other big speed, besides how fast a propulsion is how much support it has. So these wheels only have 24 support, so anything over 24, we're taking a movement penalty. But even with that movement penalty being like not far off of double, we are still going faster than our other modes of transport. There are legs, which are like a good in-between. They're fairly quick. They have decent support. It can be hard to keep enough of them, though. You generally want like 5 or 6 legs going at a time, so you need to be able to have enough backups or pick them up off the ground. There are treads, which we keep on as armor. They're good if you want to do full combat, but that's honestly the hardest way to play the game. And then there's flying, which is very quick but has almost no support, and if you are overloaded, you're barely moving. And then there's propulsion, or hovering, which is similar to flying, but with a little more support. But they're also pretty rare. It's hard to do a full propulsion build. So we're going to stick with the wheels for right now, and have these legs for our backup. Feeling pretty good about that. Very quickly running out of matter, which is not good. I want to pick up 2 more of these legs if we can. We'll drop a nuclear core. And we'll drop... We don't want the impulse cannon. I do want the heavy ion cannon, though. Unless that's electromagnetic. It's thermal. Okay. So we'll also drop... spread laser. These are starting to get outclassed. Okay, and we severely need some more matter. So one way you could get matter is by killing these little random green bots that generates a little bit of alert, but OB10 doesn't really care about its like scavengers and well, cares about haulers. But if I were to do that though, we see this little machine next to it and see that it has explosive potential, meaning that if it gets damaged, it starts to have a chance to blow up, which OB10 very much cares about and would be pretty likely shooting it with these shotguns. So we are instead gonna leave it for now and hopefully find some more matter on the floor. Another advanced assault cannon. We can repair our large armor treads here for a little bit, not too much. Okay, we're getting kind of desperate for some matter here. Pick up that matter. There we go, not too bad. Have a row of alarm traps. Try to take out that scout, at least run him off. We have another programmer coming, who is already right here. Luckily, we just happened to find this hidden door, so we can hopefully dip right past him. Still no exit. Okay, this is very good. So we have a terrain scan processor. So what this does when paired with our advanced terrain scanner, we're going to notice the terrain scans much more quickly, giving us a very good idea of where we are and where we can go. We very much like that Gatling laser. Don't think that hacker saw us. He did not. They're so quick, though. He's still checking out the area. We want to be away from the doors. And hopefully we have dodged him. Simple as. Another programmer coming. We don't love that. So we can try, I don't know if we'll get there in time, to dig our way out. It's kind of far, but we're going to go for it. 1, 2, 3, one more. Come on, get lucky. And we have gotten lucky. We'll honestly keep the impact mace on because it's very helpful for us. We see multiple programmers going out now, which we hate. We got a message saying that there's a cargo convoy en route, which is likely to have some very good things, but it's guaranteed to be well guarded. And those are going to be running through the main corridors, so we're going to hopefully dodge that. They move pretty quick, though. Good example of how much more alive the complex starts to get as you go deeper down into it. We've explored a very good bit of this map and have not found an exit. If I found one, would I jump down it? I think I would. We have great propulsion. I mean, I don't know what parts I would even want. I wouldn't mind taking a branch down, which are one of the side maps, to lower my alert, but my alert's also probably damn near 0, so I would also just jump down to get some upgrades, go to the next level. We'll see how it plays out. Programmer's starting to leave. So these little guys are the engineers. They build stuff. And they're like the only green robot that OB10 will get kind of pissed about if you attack. So we're going to avoid him. Avoid that informer. Another DSF lockdown. And we found an exit. So we don't know where this leads. Ideally, we can find a terminal that we can either hack or use to natively find what the exits are. I'll try to do that. There's another exit here in case we want to dip immediately. That's good. Here's a terminal, a few terminals. DSF access, we're getting very unlucky. This is a level 1 or 3. Very unlucky again. Basically useless. Another programmer. Let's get the hell out of here. We're dead. Okay, so we need to go into combat mode here. We don't want to hit... We do not want to hit those reactors, so we're going to run a little bit, take a free shot off. No system corruption. It hit our terrain scanner, which we don't love. But I think he's about to have a pretty bad time. Went down pretty quickly, took no corruption. We love it. Another programmer, they're definitely hot on us. We have an alarm trap. Okay, so we're going to try to figure out what the exits are. We have a very low % chance of it. We have one more shot. No, and we got locked out. Okay, so here's an exit. So because we got locked out of that terminal, they sent a guy to check on us, but that did tell us this is an exit to the main branch. So we're going to do this. Throw on our light armor plating. He sees us. We're going to try to fuck him up. And there we go. And now we're going to get the hell out of here before we get seen again. if we're gonna go legs, we certainly want at least one more propulsion. And you pretty much always want more utility. It just covers so many different bases. Oh, do we not have that armored wheel? Oh, we dropped one of them. That's no good. That's okay. So we're in a new level. Things are quiet again. Our alert should be low. We've healed up. We're a little low on matter. But since we're using energy weapons, it's not a big deal. We're generally feeling pretty good about things. So here's a DSF. We could go into this if we wanted to try to pick up some very good parts. And we are not in a bad position to do that. Let's try to open it first. So we've opened it. Now just because we've opened it, if we get spotted, we will go back on lockdown. So we basically need to decide now. And to be quite honest, I do not hate it. Let's go. Let's have some fun. I've not been in a DSF in a few years, I guess. So there's going to be a lot of parts on the ground that are generally pretty high leveled. And there's also going to be these red bots, which have a chance of coming alive, I believe, if we stay in the vicinity. So we want to find the exit and get the fuck out of here. It's a very small map. If we stay for too long, we fight too much, the complex will basically quarantine the zone and try to it will raise the ambient temperature so high that we are destroyed. So we want to be like a thief in the night here. We're already seeing some of the very tough enemies. An armored huge wheel. Getting shot at. We're going to keep running. We want to try to find the exit and just pick up what we like on the way out. Here's what we're going to do. Throw on the impact mace. Break this wall. Break this wall. Hopefully don't get caved in. And then we're going to keep fighting. Throw on the Gatling laser. So hopefully we can dodge this goon squad coming after us. They seem to be hanging around. With some very powerful cannons. Could think about going kinetic. Want those guys to get the fuck out of here. Want that convoy to leave. Coming back around, which isn't great. There's the exit. Okay. So I think the move is just to pick up a couple of these and get the hell out of here. So we have 3 magnetic acceleration cannons. So if we can find a way to mitigate the matter and kind of boost those up, we're going to be very powerful. I suppose we'll throw the mace back on. Get the hell out of here. What are these? Is it worth fighting over? Stasis canceller, another mag acceleration cannon. Coil gun's quite good. Okay, we'll take what we have. So that actually did, I thought that would keep us on the same floor, but it brought us down 1 more, which isn't too bad. Don't know exactly what we want for evolution yet. It might be time for a second power source. Although with the super battery, I don't think we need it. We can get away with another propulsion utility. I like it. Okay, and we've made it down to floor 5 already. So we've gone through a little recap. We started in materials, took a little branch to the mines to meet the exiles. Then we went through another layer of mines to end up skipping a floor to floor 8. We finished out materials to factory, factory to the DSF, which is what this little thing is. And now we're in floor 5. I believe there's 1 more floor of factory after this, and then we get to the really end-game floors. So I think the goal here is just we're probably going to want to find much better parts. Mostly we want to find things to enable these magnetic acceleration cannons. Because they will quickly tear through matter. They use 6 a shot, so for firing a full volley, that's 18. So they're very powerful, but kind of expensive to use. We can also get things to make them fire faster, to do more damage, to be more accurate. Those are all different utilities. So we're on the lookout for that. We'll probably switch over to full leg propulsion soon, which means we'll constantly need new legs. But yeah, I'm feeling all right. Again, pretty low on matter. Hopefully we can find more terminals this floor. That was pretty rough last time. There's another DSF, which we don't want to go in. We're getting very unlucky finding higher level terminals too, which you're less likely to hack. Suppose we could try to find the level access point. We have a 10% chance. We probably won't find it. That's okay. Improved particle charger. This increases energy gun damage, which is pretty good for us actually. God, that's so good actually. So we have walked into an electromagnetic trap, which is not great. It gave us a little bit of system corruption. And even though we're at 1%, we'll see that is infinitely worse than 0%. That'll get cleansed if we go down a level as well. It has also corrupted these parts, making them useless. It's super unfortunate for us. Should have waited a little bit. Another terminal. Level 1 finally. Okay. So we could reprogram traps. That's kind of tempting. We know there are quite a few in the area. It's also a way to, I believe that generates no alert if an enemy steps into it. First we're going to try to throw a Trojan on. We'll throw on a botnet. Ooh. I have one more attempt. No. Very unlucky. We see a nasty looking patrol there. We're going to get the fuck out. We see an arc there. We also don't like that. Luckily that convoy has gone away. He's right there actually. A wave gun. Thermal. Heavy phase cannon thermal. Okay. Very powerful. We're gonna make the call now. Fuck these acceleration cannons. We're going back to thermal, because we're getting much better stuff for that. We have a combat patrol coming through. So what we're gonna try to do is get the hell out of here. We see there's a room next to us. We can just dip out. And it's like we were never here. See a very powerful behemoth up here. We're going to do our best to avoid him. We see some more patrols coming through, which we do not love. Hopefully he doesn't come this way. Good. I'm just try to get the fuck out of here. We love this advanced cooling system. Yeah, this run has been a great example of why the FARCOM from the Exiles, our radar in particular, is amazing. Being able to pick your fights, see what's around corners. But also we've had pretty good information tech from basically the whole game. I mean, we've used the trap scanner a ton to not walk into obvious traps. Although we did just walk into one on this floor, so it's clearly not perfect. We have had an advanced visual processing unit, which allows us to see a little further. So we've been able to see units sometimes before they see us. And then obviously the terrain scanning is allowing us to dip in and out of these maps, or these rooms in this map, basically as we want. So if we were trying to fight all these battles, we would win for a while, especially on these like easier floors. But OB10, his alert would rise. The complex would start sending more and more patrols, stronger patrols. And basically, like, we would get overwhelmed by attrition. It's very uncommon to immediately lose in like a good position, like we are. But we could take a couple of bad fights, make some bad decisions, and then in a level or two, we find ourselves with no backup parts. We don't have the same information scanning. Like, honestly, I want a new terrain scanner and a new terrain scan processor, because both of these are damaged, and so one shot could take them out, and all of a sudden, it's like I lost one eye in the complex. But for now, we're doing good. We'll see where these guys go. You don't want to spend too long in here. I know to the south there's some pretty nasty guys I saw in the FARCOM. But there's also that beast up here to the north, so we kind of have to go east. We'll see what these guys do. Looks like only 2, so really not the worst. I want them to get the fuck out. So if either of these bots spot us, they're gonna... Okay. So they're about to tell their friends we're here, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready for that. We'll throw on the weapon we want. We'll also throw on some armor over these parts we don't want to lose. And we're going to try to run. We'll take one shot to try to run some of these scouts away from here because they're annoying. I think they also have... Does it have a regular visual processing unit? Okay. Way to turn, let this guy come in and open with a full volley. So obviously shooting all three of our guns is a lot slower than shooting one of the guns at once. So we can see here at the time, if we just shoot up here in this left, or this top right corner, under volley, we see it's 345, which is about 3.5 turns to fire all three weapons. But it goes down to just 200 for just the plasma rifle. So let's fire full volley. Our heat's not looking amazing. We'll do one more full volley and then turn it off. Okay, so we'll stop firing the heavy ion cannon. We'll give it a second to dissipate, and now we'll fire. So our energy's running low, but we can just drop the super battery. So what we'll do is drop that now, and we refill off the floor. I believe that guy's coming for us. Maybe not. He is not actually. He's patrolling. I'm gonna kill these guys for the matter. Okay, so we handled that very well. Try to get a read on this guy. He's out. Remote data jack is good for hacking. You see some grunts on the FARCOM. Oh, so we don't have our terrain scanning on. Let's throw that back on. There's a scout here that we don't love. Take that out. Another informer. I see a shock trap as well. God, I don't use the trap scanner almost ever, and I need to change that because it is honestly so useful. Normally you have like a base 1, I mean maybe 3% chance every turn to identify a trap on the ground. And this gives us an extra 4. I think it's 1% normally. So it's basically making it like 5 times as likely that you're going to discover a trap, which is incredible. I think it's per tile. So every tile I can see, if there's a trap on it, there's a 5% chance I'll discover it. And the traps tend to come in clusters. Although not exclusively. So hopefully gonna let this little patrol pass. We have some programmers showing up. We don't love that. Proton cannon is electromagnetic. Disruptor cannon, I believe, is thermal. Electromagnetic. Makes sense. Disruptor's in the name. Hopefully we can see there's a little hallway here. So what we can do, throw this impact mace back on, and then work our way up here. this way's back towards the beast, although I think we're north of it. Improved particle charger, so we do want that. The beast is around here, though. Tiamat bomb trap. I don't even know this trap. We're gonna have to take a second here. We do not want to walk into these. Looks like we can. Okay, we have programmers here. So they have just blown up this nuclear reactor, which is kind of funny. And we're going to try to fight them. Actually, we're going to run. We're going to throw on the shield generator over our terrain scanner. We'll throw on the wave gun, and we'll fight. We got one down. We got more corruption. We're out of energy, so we can't fire all three, but what we can do is turn off the wave gun, fire just one. Get that improved particle charger is very good for us. We want as many of these as we can pick up. Get one there. Throw a terrain scanner back on. Don't know what to drop. Oh, we'll drop this acceleration cannon. And we'll honestly drop this thermal shield. I'm not smart enough to use it when I need to. Cargo convoy interrupted. So something's interrupted the convoy, but it wasn't me. I don't think. Strange. So Cogmind is not the only intruder into OB10 all the time. The other factions sometimes make excursions. You don't see it super often in the main complex, but you can. We're also going very slow. We need to go back to our wheels. We have an ambush trap. Let's see if there's another one. Don't think there is. Better legs. And another laser. Still no exits. It's okay. We're doing good. Making smart decisions. We can try to repair. It's not likely. Armor plating? No. So no luck there. Oh no. So this guy's coming through. We can tell it's an emergency access door. So we're going to come up here. And, ooh, didn't want to drop that. We're just going to fight. So we got him. Okay, I think it's time to go full legs. Yeah, we're really liking full legs. what is causing us to run out of energy? It's not the guns. The shield generator a little bit. It's the legs. Ah. So we'll turn off 2 of them. Because it doesn't make us any faster. God, we want to get out of here so bad. Throw on the impact mace again. I think it's time for another weapon just so we can keep the impact mace on. There's a bunch of dudes there. We don't love that. Try to keep an eye on all these guys. It's gonna be tough. Alright, now we dip out of here. Like a thief in the night. Oh, we can check this south corner, I guess. Don't like what's north of me. We've been on this floor for a little bit now. It's getting risky. Oh, there's an arc. Don't love these. Hopefully he doesn't come this way. And we're seen by hackers and soldiers, so we're in a horrible position now. Okay. So we've made a massive blunder. Instead of standing our ground and fighting these 2 hackers, now we are sandwiched between 3 moderately dangerous groups of enemies. I think the call is actually to take a few shots and run down to either this room or this room to reposition. So we're going to do that. Oftentimes repositioning is worth the shots you take while running there. So we could try to keep running and escape, but honestly we're going to stand and fight. I think we can afford to do it. We're going to throw on advanced cooling. We have our light armor. We have our shield generator. We have our super battery when we need it. We're going to throw on these armored wheels as well to take damage. And they're honestly faster. We should just have those on. Alright, and now we fight. First volley took one down. We're low on energy though. Got it one injured. Very low on energy. We're going to drop the super battery. Try to take out the sage first. We've lost our core. Throw a new core on. Taking heavy damage. Drop this battery again. Is it out? That bug has taken our super battery. We're doomed. I think we just lost this game. Okay, we need to turn off these legs. We're losing so much. don't have the energy. Taking them out in one go at least. I think this is not looking good, okay. We've lost our... We have no backups. I think we've lost this game, baby. So we have one option here, which is to shed all of our parts and try to make a quick getaway. So it's not over till the fat lady sings. We have one option. Purge all parts, spacebar plus P. Now we try to get the fuck out of here. We restart. There's the exit. Hopefully we gotta move this fat ass off of it. We'll pick up this engine so we have something to start with. We have no inventory capacity. Oh, it's full. Shit. We don't want to get stuck in here. We just have to survive this volley. Okay, we made it at least one more floor. Things are not looking good. We have lost basically everything. But we're full health. We have no corruption. We're full matter. We have a weapon, 3 legs, and 1 utility. So if we can get an engine, we are not out of this totally. We also still have our FARCOM. So basically we need to be stealthy. We already have a patrol near us and no way out. So hopefully we can just dodge these guys. It is kind of in God's hands. They seem to be going down, which is good. Coming back up, which is not good. Checking out that room. Now our one thing is we are very quick, so we can try to dip out. Although it's not going super well. We can also try to find a hidden door in one of these rooms. There could be an access door. Looks like no. But it also looks like these guys are finally starting to move away. What about these commandos? We have a programmer or a technician. Okay. We've avoided one patrol. What do we have? None of that's it. So the one good thing about being in our position is we actually have flexibility. You know, we were starting to get a little locked in to thermal weapons. We had a lot of stuff to boost those, which we didn't use all of because I'm very stupid. we, we're kind of locked into either wheels or legs, which isn't too bad, but right now we could decide to make the switch to flying. This takes 2 energy a turn. We produce 5 natively. And it makes us, we're a little slower, but it's functionally the same. I don't know what's better. So we'll check this out, look for some more ambush traps. Seems to be a row of them up there. So we could actually, this guy has a little engine. What we can do is throw on this cannon and try to hit him. Take his parts, which we did not get. Unfortunate, that's okay, more will come. Still, oh, there's an engine, okay. So we are in business. Oop, didn't want to put that leg on. Okay, so now we're generating a lot more power. We can switch our parts out. There's those guys fucking around up there. We might try to take our chances with the ambush traps. And that was a horrible idea. So we have opened an infestation. So those guys are hostile to everybody, so hopefully I can lead them into here. We've already lost our engine. Can the ion cannon... No, it cannot shoot through walls. Okay, so hopefully they're fighting each other. So that has kind of worked out perfectly besides losing our engine. It seems like the infestation's destroyed. The guy who knows we were there is gone. These 2 very dangerous motherfuckers are on our tail, though. Hopefully they leave. Programmers are coming, which is not good. They'll be heading basically straight here, but these guys, at least, seem to be leaving. Okay. We have some more weapons. What is this? Can we... We're still low security, which is really good. Oh, that's the zoom in key. Let's try recall. I think it's the extermination. No. Try to access the branches. We got nothing. Okay. Another weapon, we'll just throw it on to have something. So this programmer is actually not the one exploring the area, it looks like. That's the one who's exploring the area. That's a technician. Okay, it's not a programmer. Although they do see us. We need to run now. We're dead. I think if we're blocked in, we're dead. Okay. Oh, that's not good. So we are in a very bad pickle here. Trying to run from all these guys. I don't think we're gonna make it out. We're down to no parts again. We need an exit severely. We can try to keep these green robots between us. Hopefully find a door. No, we're dead. Door dead. That's one way to do it. How did he survive both of those explosions? We're getting very unlucky with these corridors. Luckily we're faster than them, and here's our exit. Look, we have an armored huge wheel here. It's something to start with. And they're back. We leave. So we did not go to the next level down. We went to a branch. Streaker, I have a new achievement. Haven't got one of those in a while. Oh, I think it's for leaving naked. So there is a neutral derelict here. It's another faction. We're on floor 4. This could take us to a guy called Warlord, who we could probably get some weapons from. He's like one of the local side faction leaders. It could also take us to, I think the data miner is lower down. I forget he's an alien. He's like a human alien AI hybrid. I don't know. Things are not looking good though. I think we're gonna call it here for now and try to think about our situation. We have basically nothing. We need power and information more than anything. But it ain't over until the fat lady sings in Cogmind. We have the Farcom. So if we were fast enough, in theory, we could just, even with no parts in the Farcom, and potentially, say, a melee weapon and any sort of... Okay, wait, this is a plan. If we can get a melee weapon to break walls, a flight unit to stay fast, and a power source to activate all those, we can win the game still. That's the bare minimum we would need. Still very much an uphill battle, but I I think not a bad place to sign off. Regardless, going from floor 10 to floor 4 is not too bad. I'll be very happy if we can get through this branch. Um, but yeah, for now, signing off. Until next time, Sophie.